Hi, I wanted to bring you another rock. It's kind of plain looking on the outside, and there's a hidden surprise inside. Look at that. It's a special rock called a geode. And today's book is called Rocks and Minerals. And I want to teach you about the 3 different kinds of rocks today. There is igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. This is a nonfiction book, and you know that a book is a nonfiction. That means it is not fake, it's true. It's a table, it has a table of contents, and in the back you'll sometimes see a glossary with pictures. Rocks are everywhere. Walk around and look outside. You may even see rocks right below your feet. Are they gray or black, tan or brown? They might be green, blue, white, pink, or even red. Or maybe they sparkle with lots of different colors. Pick up the rocks. Do they feel smooth or rough? Are they heavier to hold, or do they feel light in your hands? Rocks look and feel the way they do because of the minerals in them. Amazing minerals. All rocks are made up of minerals. Each mineral has its own special shape called a crystal. So I'm going to show you another kind of rock. This one is a mineral inside. It's called a topaz. And so that's another kind, just so you know. Talk about minerals. Geologists have found many minerals on Earth, and some minerals are easy to find and others are hard to find. So these are easy to find: quartz, mica, feldspar. Hard to find are emerald, sapphire, and gold. Wait a minute, look at my ring. That has a mineral on it. Gold is a mineral. Mineral mashup. Some rocks are made up of just one mineral, but most rocks are made up of 2 or more. The mineral gold is often mixed in with quartz. Limestone is made of one mineral. Pegmatite is made up of many minerals. And I'm not an expert on rocks. I usually have to go back to a book and look them up, just so you know. I'm not a geologist, but I've had to study the Earth cycle a lot, so I know a little bit about it. Rock groups. Rocks can form in 3 different ways. So geologists put rocks in 3 groups. They could be igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. Igneous rocks, most of the rocks on our planet are igneous rocks. Igneous rocks begin to form deep inside the earth. Here the rock is very hot. It is called magma. So I know you guys can already tell what shape it is. Yep, it's a volcano. Here it's magma. When it forces up and comes out to the air, that's when it's lava. Magma turns into igneous rock when it cools. Sometimes magma cools slowly underground. When volcanoes erupt, magma pushes up from above ground. Above ground, it cools quickly. This is granite, which is a form of igneous rock. This right here is obsidian, also igneous rock. Obsidian is like glass, it's really shiny. Magma that flows from a volcano is called lava. Sedimentary rock. So when I think of the word sedimentary, I think of layers, like the 7-layer dip. Maybe you've had that with the beans and the cheese and the avocado and tomato. It's in layers. So a sedimentary rock has layers. So I know that this rock, hi Ray, you're back. This rock is sedimentary because it has layers. If you get really close, there's like lines to it, and it has layers. So I know that because of the layers. Rocks are broken into small pieces by wind, rain, and ice. And these rocks are called sediment. Sediment is washed in or blown into lakes and oceans. The sediment sinks. It builds up layers on the bottom. Minerals mixed in the water glue that rock together. This is one way sedimentary rock is formed. See how this rock has all of these layers? All rocks are formed igneous. When they get broken up into little pieces and put into layers and then pressed together, that turns it into sedimentary. The last group is metamorphic rock. On Earth, we stand on huge slabs of rock called tectonic plates. These plates are always moving, but most of the time we can't feel them move. Like that earthquake that happened last week, most of the time we don't feel that, but it happened from a tectonic plate. When plates move past each other or crash into each other, the rocks are heated up and squeezed. That changes the rocks. Then they become metamorphic. So this is sandstone, but then it got squished and it turned into quartzite. So it changed from sedimentary to metamorphic. This is limestone. It changed. Limestone is a kind of igneous rock, if I'm remembering back in here. Double check my book. Nope, I'm wrong. I'll look that one up, but limestone, oh yeah, limestone, sedimentary. It got squished hard. No, I'm wrong, it's not igneous, it's sedimentary. Squished hard, and then it got turned into marble. 7 cool rock facts. 1, the ancient Egyptians built the pyramids with limestone thousands of years ago. They still stand today. 2, diamonds are the hardest minerals on Earth. They can even cut steel. 3, the softest mineral in the world is talc. You can crumble it with your fingers. 4, some pumice stones are so light they float on top of water. 5, the moon is made mostly of igneous rock. 6, a geode looks like a plain, dull rock on the outside. Crack it open, and there might be beautiful crystals inside. This is a geode. Number 7, obsidian feels as smooth as glass. And here's those pictures. Pyramids, diamond, talc, rocks that float on water, geode, the moon, and obsidian. The rock cycle. We've talked about the water cycle, precipitation, condensation, evaporation. We've talked about animal cycles. We've talked about food chains. Well, the rock has a cycle too. It's a circle. Our Earth is like one giant rock factory. Old rocks are breaking into smaller and smaller pieces. New rocks are forming all the time. On Earth, some things happen over and over again in the same order. This is called a cycle. So it gets pushed down, 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 and then it melts, and then it gets forced back up, and it goes again. So every rock can get changed into another kind of rock. And now, this is the cool part. Fossils. Sometimes shells, bones, or other parts of living things and animals get covered in sediment. Water seeps into tiny spaces in the bones or shells. Minerals in the water are left behind. The bones or shells will turn into fossils. Fossils can be found in some sedimentary rocks. So this right here used to be a sea creature, some kind of a shell, and the mineral went in and took the place of it, and then it left a fossil in the rock. And then here, what do you see? That's right. That's a dinosaur bones. A scientist is at work taking dinosaur bones out of a rock. I have a sample of some petrified wood. This used to be part of a tree, but then some minerals got forced into it, and the part of the tree did die. And now I wear it as a necklace sometimes. Gemstones. Gemstones have beautiful crystal shapes and colors, and they are often made into jewelry. A diamond in rock can be made into a dazzling ring. A ruby in rock is cleaned and then cut, and then it's a gem. So you probably have never noticed it, but this is a blue kind of mineral called a blue topaz, and then it got cleaned up and it's a rock. And then I have several diamonds in this ring, and those are also rocks. And then the metal of my ring, it's a mineral, comes from those same rocks. And then I showed you earlier this ring that has that mineral. This is a topaz, And then the mineral rocks are fascinating.